Hey, what is going on, guys? Of course, my name is SMK. You can always call me Steve. Welcome to a different kind of video for Pokemon Sun and Moon. So obviously with the new Alola forms being a thing for Pokemon Sun and Moon, I wanted to kind of speculate what the shiny forms of some Alolan Pokemon are going to be in Pokemon Sun and Moon. So here are like my top 5 shiny Alola form possibilities. And of course, if you want to see more videos like this in the future, always click up the like button, subscribe if you guys are brand new, and let me know in the comment section down below, like what would you like to see in a future video when it comes to like shiny possible forms of new Pokemon or Alola forms. But without further ado, let's get right into today's list. Really quick before we start the list, if you guys could drop a follow for Grace on her Twitter, a link of course will be in the description. Without her, none of these designs would have been made possible. She made every single design that you're about to see in this video, so she is a fellow member of the SMK Nation, huge supporter, so definitely show her some love and drop her a follow, and definitely let her know on Twitter what you guys think about any of the designs that you guys are about to see. But let's get into today's list. Alright guys, just a reminder that this is all my opinion, and if I'm wrong about any of these shiny forms, that's totally fine. I just want to make a fun video talking about possibilities of what Pokemon could look like when they're shiny when it comes to the Alolan forms in Pokemon Sun and Moon. So for Alola Sandtrue, he's now an Ice Steel type Pokemon, and as you guys can see, if you've never seen Alola Sandtrue before, he's basically an all iced out looking Pokemon. He literally looks like an igloo Pokemon, and he looks like he's a pure ice type, but there is a steel part to him. So I was thinking for his shiny form, keep it basic, keep it really simple, but also avoid green at all costs, because if you guys don't know, like regular shiny Sandtrue has that, you know, green color, and I was like, let's not. So I went with more like a basic color, just more or less like pink with like purple accents. As you can see, he's mainly pink. He's got a lighter skin tone. His eyes are purple, and right above his eyes is a little bit more purple there. And just kind of keep it really simple. I really like the idea of just having a pink with purple accents, but of course a lighter skin tone. It just looks like a better version of Alola Sandtrue, but let me know what you guys are thinking. But I definitely like the pink and the purple. Obviously we can have all kinds of other different colors, but I think avoiding green was a good option for Sandtrue because I just wasn't really feeling the green, but I'm definitely liking the pink with a little bit of purple. Alright guys, so for number 4, we have Alola Sandslash. So for Alola Sandslash, he has this very icicle body, like the spikes on his back are just pure ice, and he just looks like a total badass. Like I really like Alola Sandslash, really digging his look. So for his shiny, I want it to be just like kind of like how we had for Sandtrue, just keep it really simple, even though Sandslash originally has like a really awesome looking shiny form when he's not in his Alola form. But I felt like since he's got this very icicle looking appearance that we kind of just give him that like subtle green to him, even though I was kind of avoiding green with Sandtrue. But the reason I want Sandslash to have a bit of a green tint to him is it kind of just gives him like a lighter version of an emerald look, kind of really just emphasizes the fact that he's an ice type and he's just all a little bit of greened out, but it's just everywhere. Like you can even see like the green in his eyes, so it really just makes him pop, and it really fits with his new design with Alola Sandslash. But of course, let me know what you're thinking in the comment section down below. But I really like the fact that kind of keep it simple, make him look more like an ice type Pokemon with a different shade of a color. Kind of gives off like an emerald vibe to me, but I really like just keeping it simple and making Alola Sandslash just look more badass of an ice type Pokemon. So number 3 goes to Vulpix. Now Vulpix in its Alola form is this pure bliss ice type Pokemon. It just looks beautiful. It looks like a super snowed out ice version of a Vulpix, and it just looks freaking amazing. So I wanted to capture that beauty and just that different variation style of Vulpix and really make its shiny variation really stick out and pop, because the regular shiny Vulpix it's okay. It could be a lot better compared to how Ninetales is like amazing. So here, for Alolan Vulpix's shiny variation, I wanted it to keep that snowy look, you know, have that very white fur, but also have pink accents, a little bit of purple there, but also have those really, you know, really popping out eyes. I liked having shiny Alolan Vulpix have those really dark purple eyes, have the innards of its ears also have a little bit of purple. It just really sticks out, because if you look back at the, you know, Alolan Vulpix, it has like very bright blue eyes, and the innards of its ears are like that same color. So I wanted to keep that, you know, that color scheme the same with its shiny variation. So let me know what you guys are thinking, but I definitely really wanted Alolan Vulpix to be this color scheme because of the fact of when it evolves into Ninetales, it becomes an ice fairy type. So I kind of wanted its shiny variation to be like a foreshadowing, being like, oh, if you just happen to, you know, get me as a shiny Pokemon, you'll know that I'm going to change it to an ice fairy type Pokemon. But definitely let me know what you guys are thinking in the comment section down below, and let's get to number 2. So number 2 is going to go to Marowak. So Marowak in his Alola form is a fire ghost type, totally just ditches, the ground typing and just becomes this so awesome Pokemon. Like, he's like, has this purple out, skin color. He's got, a little bit of purple on his skull. And then, of course, his Bone Club has fire on it. But not only fire, it has that ghostly, ghouling looking fire. It's that bright neon green colors on it. It's just so awesome to see Marowak get a really cool and unique typing and appearance when it comes to his Alola form. Now, when it comes to its shiny variation, I wanted to make his body look more ghouly with like a darker green color. I like the fact that its skull looks more steel, that it just looks more of a fierce Pokemon now that he has like, the fire typing to him. And the fact that his Bone Club, instead of, it being like the ghostly ghouly fire, make it just a straight up fire club with both tips of the club just be regular fire on it. So I really like the fact of both versions, honestly, of Alolan Marowak, because I wouldn't care if they just gave it like a slight variation to its shiny form, but I thought like a darker green color with like with a steeled out skull, and have the club become more of just your traditional fire looking to it. I don't know, it just looked really cool to me. But Grace did a really good job in this one. This is probably by far one of my favorites, but there's reasons why it's number 2, but let me know what you guys are thinking about this possible shiny Alolan Marowak in the comment section down below. But let's get down to number 1. So for number 1, we have Ninetales, and we had way too much fun brainstorming ideas for Ninetales when it comes to its Alolan shiny variation. So, for regular shiny Ninetales, it has that gray with blue tips and has like the red eye that really makes, regular shiny Ninetales pop. So in its shiny form, I still wanted to keep that, there's obviously 3 designs here. So when it comes to Ninetales, now it's the Ice Fairy type and it's a Alola form. So I wanted to keep that very, beauty aspect to it. So in the first one, it's kind of very similar to the Vulpix. It has the very snowy looking appearance, but it's more or less has purple accents instead of so much pink. So it's more or less white with purple accents, and of course its eye really sticks out in this form, being more like a pinky purple color. So then we had a little bit of more fun. And, we basically take the first design, but then we mix it with its, the tips of its tail go from like, having that snowy white color to fading into, gray, and then it just goes to kind of like a black color. So I really like the fact that of this shiny variation of Ninetales, because it's kind of reminiscent of its regular shiny variation when it's not in its Alola form, because it goes from like white to gray to black. So I was really digging it. I really like it a whole lot. Obviously, we could have like, thought of a better way to show it, but I felt like it was very simple to keep the same exact color scheme, but then have, like it's, the tips kind of go from a white to gray to black. I thought that was a really cool concept when it comes to shiny Alola Ninetales. Now, this last design is more or less kind of just a little bit of a funsy one that me and Grace were coming up with, but this one is purely on the fact of, since, Ninetales is this beautiful, majestic ice fairy Pokemon, I kind of wanted to do like a 360 and make it just like this utterly dark, Zygarde feeling Pokemon. So more or less it's very black with just accents of that like really harsh green color that Zygarde has. And, to make it really come home, like the innards of its ears have that bright, green color, and then it has that bright, color in Ninetales' eyes to really make it pop, that it's got this wicked color scheme and just this different look when it's in its shiny variation for its Alola form. I felt like it'd just be a lot of fun to see like a darker side of Alolan Ninetales, because if you would think of Alolan Ninetales, you would think of very happy colors, very, beautiful, and in this version, it's just this toxic looking, just destructive looking Alolan Ninetales with like black and green, and its eyes stick out, just being this beautiful emerald gem is like in its eye, like to really, stick it home that it's an ice type Pokemon, but it just looks like pure destruction. I don't know, I just thought it was a lot of fun, to make Alolan Ninetales and its shiny variation just, really look, a complete 360 of what you would think it would normally look like. But that's everything we have today for my top 5 shiny Pokemon possibilities in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Thank you again to Grace, fellow member of the SMK Nation. Again, her link will be for her Twitter in the description. Definitely show her love. Drop her a follow. Tell her what you thought of the designs. Also, drop those in the comments section down below, because without her, I wouldn't be making this video today. So let me know what you guys think about any of the designs, and of course let me know what you guys think of color schemes of like what any of the Alolan forms that we mentioned in this video should look like and their shiny variations. And if you guys really like this video, obviously drop a like, but let me know in the comment section down below if you want me to make other possible shiny variations, and I can see what we can get together for a possible second video of this idea. So I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time when it comes to anything Pokemon or shiny Pokemon. Have a good day.